Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about Xbox versus PC, and my name is Dragon Sauce, and let me roll in the intro.
Check this out.
How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about consoles versus PCs, and before I start, I already rolled in the intro, so before I start the topic, I will be talking about the buttons on the Reaper that I did not clarify in the last video, and I'm going to clarify right now because I'm stupid AF and I didn't think about it until I ended the video, and after I ended the video I realized that I need to talk about it, so here you go. The buttons on the Reaper are right here, and I probably would have it all the way through until now. Anyway, so let's talk about consoles versus PCs. And first of all, PCs are better for me anyway. And so I just want to clear things up right now. I am recording on a PC right now. I always use PCs. I played my last game on a PC. And why do I use PC? Well, because of two reasons. One of them, multiple reasons actually. I don't know how many reasons. One of them is because you can do whatever you want on a PC. So you can play video games, you can use words, you can play Agario, in consoles, I tried Agario, it did not work. I have a PlayStation 3, I tried it on my cousin's PlayStation 4, it did not work. You can't play Agario on consoles. You can do that on PCs, but not consoles. You can buy cheaper games. That's a point called of Mushmade, and I trust Linus, so you can always build it easier than a console. And this is something for real. Whenever you want a PC, you can just open up the side panel, take out whatever part, replace it if it's broken or whatever. Whenever you want to upgrade, take out the part, replace it. Whenever you want to add an SLI, open up the case, add another video card, add an SLI bridge, and you're done. It's really simple on PC. On consoles, you can't do that. Even hard drives, you're limited to those on PCs. On consoles, you're not limited to hard drives on PCs. You can always use an SSD, which is a lot faster, by the way. I used to, on my older computer, I used to have only a hard drive, and it would take literally 2 minutes for Windows to load up. Right here, it takes only 30 seconds. No joke. What the heck? Not even 30 seconds. A couple of seconds. It's really fast. It's a lot faster. I lose track of time whenever I'm turning on my PC. Sorry about that. Anyway, I prefer PCs over consoles because PCs you can all the games, you can play them at any resolution you want as long as you have the monitor. You can play them at whatever FPS you want as long as you have the monitor or the hardware. And I know you can play on your 4K wide screen curved Samsung 60-inch Samsung TV. You can play all your games on it at 4K, but are they really native, or are most of them upscaled? Come on, all of us know that consoles are always upscaled, while PCs, you always have native 4K, native 1080p. As long as the game is well coded. You're not gonna be able to play a 1999 game on 4K. That's just not possible. And on PCs, you're not locked to 30 frames per second. That is just annoying. I tried 30 frames per second without motion blur. Motion blur is retarded. Gamers try to get rid of it. Consoles can't, because if you don't use motion blur, you're gonna be screwed over. Right now, I can just show you right now on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 the differences there are between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second. I will actually do a follow-up video on that. That's gonna be my next video. Consoles are and will always be worse. I know you can watch movies on your console, but is it really that easy to go to YouTube? Is it that easy to play whatever game you want, whenever game you want? And also, paying $60 for every game? Are you kidding me? Or most of the games, most of the time. On console, on PC, you can just go to Kinguin.net or to G2A, and you can just get whatever game you want. Most of the games are available anyway for a lot cheaper than you would find them on Steam, and most of them work on Steam because there's Steam retail key or whatever. So on PCs, it's all easier, you can just do whatever you want. Come on, dude. And PCs look amazing. God, come on. You're not gonna be able to fight a console with a PC. PCs will always have the upper hand. Consoles will be always the underdog. Consoles are limited. PCs are not. I mean, I have a PlayStation 3. I've been on console. I've tried it. It looks great when you add motion blur. It looks great. All the games look great because, because they're made for console. But when you try PC, it's an absolutely different experience. So I encourage you right now to go buy a PC. Okay, maybe not. Most of the people don't have enough money for PC, which is one down point of PC, drop point of PC, whatever you call it. PCs are really expensive. I mean, do you really have to pay $1,000 for a PC? No, you can get a PC for like $500, but is it gonna be as good as the $1,000 one? Probably not. I mean, that's really what most people are concerned about. People don't always have the budget for a PC. A PC is always really expensive. You want to get an enthusiast grade hardware, you gotta pay thousands of dollars. I mean, it's really expensive. I mean, if you want to get the best PC right now, you can probably pay up to probably $3,000 or something like that. I mean, if you want to get an i7 Extreme Edition, are you kidding me? $1,000 for that, just with the processor, and you need like a motherboard. Throw in a nice motherboard for like $400 because that's like an X299. I think I'm not even sure what motherboard it is. Don't take my word. You want to also add a graphics card. I mean, if you want to just add the 1080 Ti, not the Titans X and Titan XP, you're gonna have to pay $700. I mean, just a $700 graphics card. I mean, are you for real right now? You can just PCs. You want to get the best PC. You can't really do that. It's really expensive. I mean, unless if you're like some millionaire with a lot of budget or something. But consoles, remember, they're still limited. You just get what you get. I mean, you can't really upgrade it. You just can pop out the hard drive and add a different hard drive. But can you really change the processor to a 7700K or change the video card to like a 1080 Ti? I don't think so. If you like want to upgrade your console, you just have to wait for the next gen. PC, always just pop it out and put another one in. And even PCs, I mean, you don't really have to upgrade every year. Every year comes a new hardware. Every year, millions of people buy hardware. Every year, a couple thousand people review hardware. But do they all upgrade their own systems? I don't think so. I mean, most people just wait like a couple years with their PC. If you buy a $500 PC, or maybe more like $600, $700. But if you buy like more of the like $100,000 PC, it will probably last you like a year if you buy like $100. To like 500. To like 5 years if you buy like a $900 PC. It will last you as long as the console as well. It's as long as it's well built. I mean, you don't want dust going in there. You want a dust filter. You don't want your cables not managed. You want to keep it cool. But if you buy like over $1,000 PC or like $2,000 PCs, it will probably last you more than console. Because you don't need to upgrade your PCs every time a new PC comes out. You'll probably be able to run 1080p 60 frames per second for like a couple years. I mean, the AMD FX A350 has been out for a long time. I mean, about like 5 years now, I think it is. And still, it can run 1080p 60 frames per second. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's a good CPU for a budget build. But you gotta be careful with AMD because AMD processors run hot, and you don't want that. You want a cooler processor. So can you build a $1,000 PC and it will last you for a couple years? Yeah, you can. Can you build a $500 PC and that will last you for 5 years? Probably you can. And you can look. There are amazing channels out there to help you with your budget build. Like Paul's Hardware is a good channel. Bitwit sometimes does a couple builds. It's a good channel. Linus is a good channel. Linus Tech Tips. TechWiki. Well, that's not much of technology. I mean, you like to understand what you want to buy. Probably go to TechWiki. That's the best place to know what you want to buy. But like there, Jace 2 Cents, he does a couple build guides, I believe. Cult of Mush might do a couple of offers that you might find interesting, or like find you a couple of offers. So yeah, there are like a lot of people in the PC industry that will help you. Go to Linus Tech Tips forum. I mean, you will find great guys over there that will help you. I've used it a couple of times when I was trying to find my PC, but then sadly I didn't build a PC. and well, all their time was put into waste. But I mean, I still appreciate it very much. So I mean, you can find a lot of help. So I mean, if you can switch to PC, always switch to PC. I mean, you will keep your 1080p. You will keep 60 frames per second. And don't get me wrong, 1080p looks fantastic as long as you keep it at 1080p. Don't go below that. Just 1080p looks good on ultra or even on medium probably. I mean, I've never tried medium on this computer anyway. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Holy Grail.